Hello, my chicken babies. Look at me. I've accomplished the goal of doing my second pick a card reading this week. I'm trying to make it a goal of every week I upload 2 pick a card readings to YouTube, and I'm going to try for the next 30 days to upload a daily tarot message on YouTube Short. So definitely subscribe if you want to see those. But yes, I'm excited that I am following my goal. If you know me from TikTok, you know that I have no really earth in my chart. So, grounded is not really, it is not really what it is for me. It doesn't really happen for me. Or I'm not very grounded, I guess, in a sense, naturally in my birth chart. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on. Someone with earth in their chart would have already stopped. Anyway, we're gonna today do singles and your love life and love predictions for the next 3 months in your love life. I've got 2 piles here today, simply because I don't know how much storage I have left on my phone, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna push it to pile 3. We're gonna do an easy 2 pile. We've got a chunk of amethyst here with the Ghost Spirits, Tarot. By who is it? Lisa Hunt. Ghost Spirits Tarot by Lisa Hunt. And then we've got here the Star-Kissed Tarot deck with this pendulum. I want to say this is citrine, but I'm almost certain it's not citrine, and it's carnelian, I think. But, you know, I'm not 100% sure. But if it calls to you, definitely choose it. Take a deep breath and choose your pile. I'll put the time stamps down below. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose the amethyst and the Ghost Spirits deck, this is for you. Let's get into it. Let's see what's coming in love for my single collective. My singles, the collective singles. Oh my gosh. I switched up those letters really fast. That was funny. Yeah, let's see what's coming the next 3 months for my single babies. Hope you're doing well today. I feel like life has been a whirlwind, but in some way I feel like clarity is coming in for me. But we are in eclipse season, and I do have my north node in Scorpio, south node in Taurus. So we love that for me, don't we? Okay. We got the Knight of Cups, the Justice, the Chariot. Ooh, that's good energy already to start off with. A lot of determination and confidence. To have equal give and take in all your relationships. You know, with the Knight of Cups, it's a cute energy. It's a lighthearted, lovey sort of energy. 3 of Wands. That's cute. Oh gosh. Okay, 7 of Cups. Choices, options. So we're not dry. So the next 3 months are not going to be super dry for you. Excuse me. My asthma is out of control, you guys, so I apologize if you hear my wheezing. We've got the 8 of Cups with that Knight of Cups. Okay. Oh. Let me just get one more. Okay, I think I understand. 6 of Swords with the 7 of Cups. Okay. Sorry if you can hear me rolling around. Cards keep falling on the ground. Then we've got, the Queen of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands with the 8 of Wands. Okay, so I feel like your love life over the next 3 months, single babies, I don't think you're going to meet the one, but I think that you're going to have a lot of sense of self-assurance, which might not be what you want to hear, But honestly, I think like you're getting ready to meet the one. The thing is with the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Cups, I feel like over the next 3 months, you're getting over some sort of like habits in love or some sort of situationship. You're getting over some sort of love with the Knight of Cups here that didn't really evolve into the King of Cups, that didn't evolve into maybe a stable relationship, or maybe that person wasn't very mature. But there's this energy with that Knight of Cups paired with the Eight of Cups. It's very much letting go of and walking away from like immature love, not settling for baby love. And so there's this feeling here that over the next 3 months, you're kind of coming to terms with that. You're recognizing that. You're learning how to walk away from the cycle of love that you've been in over the last couple of months. Well, I would say, honestly, or I said the last couple of months, like your whole life. It feels like you've let yourself be breadcrumbed. And I think that with the Seven of Cups also presenting itself, but then with that Six of Swords being there, I think there's this energy as well of like walking away from habits or walking away from illusions in love that keep you feeling stagnant in love. Because then we get that Justice and that Three of Pentacles in reverse. And so it's almost a feeling of like, you're going to start kind of like, I'm done with the bullshit, but not in an aggressive way, in a way of like, you don't meet my energy, that's fine. Nothing against you. I don't meet your energy. I'm done. I've let it go. We're good. And so there's this feeling with the Justice and the Three of Pentacles in reverse that maybe people haven't been working together with you when it comes to your dating life, or you feel like things are very unfair. And I feel like things are going to kind of shift in that regards, because then we get the Chariot, the Queen of Pentacles. So then it makes me feel like you kind of enter this path of self-determination to provide a foundation for yourself of like boundaries, and a foundation of like, this is what I want in the future. This is who I want to be with. And then with that Seven of Cups again and that Six of Swords, I think that there's going to be options. I think there's going to be options and choices and people and dates, and you know, you'll probably definitely, if you want to, sleep with people and hook up with people here. But there's this bigger message for my singles. Over the next 3 months, you're going to be really walking away from kind of these small connections, or entertaining these Knight of Cups connections, entertaining just flirtation, or entertaining just chatting to people. There's this feeling of wanting more action, of wanting more. Okay, if this connection isn't turning into a love, are we going to turn into a friends? If we're not turning into friends, then adios. There's kind of this feeling of like, I don't really want to waste my time because my energy is precious. And I feel like although you know that now, you're kind of going through the phase of waking up to that, of like recognizing what boundaries you need to have. And so it feels like over the next 3 months, it's really like, yeah, there are people coming in your love life, but there are going to also be people that are leaving it. There's going to be some rejection, but there's not going to be meeting the one. You're going to be able to sleep with people if you want to. You're going to be able, to go on dates if that's also something that you put your, like, it's kind of the universe will match you on those things. But overall, there's this sense of like you towards the end of the 3 months really coming into a feeling of recognizing your boundaries in dating, of like being like, you know what, I don't want to be breadcrumbed. And it's not that no one actively searches out people that breadcrumb them. But it's almost like, I feel like there's this energy of like, you're like, nah. And so there's this feeling of you starting to just focus your energy on other things in life, in doing other things, in just having these standards, and not putting a focus on romantic love, but instead of putting focus on the things that you like to do. There is kind of this energy too of you reclaiming hookup culture and what that means to you. I know a lot of people are really against it. But there's this feeling in the reading about kind of how you're going to learn how to maybe embrace it. Doesn't mean you're necessarily going to go out and sleep with people or something like that, I guess. But it just kind of is this feeling of like you embracing being single. You embracing your sexuality and your sensuality as a single person. And I think that coming into that sort of like awakening in yourself, and that sort of confidence and that feeling is evoking this like even deeper feeling of like, I really do want to stick to my boundaries because I believe that I'm worthy of these, and there's going to be people to hook up with all the time. There's always going to be people that I can be surface level with, but I don't want surface level. And so there's this feeling of like, you're going to start putting that into all areas of your life. And that's going to kind of end up with you, that Seven of Cups, Six of Swords, of walking away from the things in your life that aren't going towards what you want, that aren't fulfilling you, that are illusions, or that aren't matching the energy that you're giving it. And so I definitely feel like here, pile number one, with the Knight of Cups too and the Eight of Cups, you're walking away from really juvenile habits in love. You're maturing really deeply when it comes to romantic love. It feels like you're kind of going into the next phase of your life when it comes to romantic connections. You know, I think we all go through the phase of like, you know, puppy love or young love, whatever you want to call it. I feel like I was pretty much a late bloomer, for sure. But like, there's kind of just this feeling of like, you kind of level up in love every single time. Like there's a massive heartbreak and then you're like, okay, I feel stronger. I feel different. I'm different in love. And I feel like you're right now going through this very intense healing period, in regards to walking away from and letting go of old people that hurt you with that Knight of Cups, like old situationships or just people that were just immature. Even though they were just people, it did hurt. And so with that Eight of Cups, you're like in this period of time where you're really focused on letting those things go and shedding that skin, not because you want to bring someone else in, but I think there's this energy of like, I'm tired of carrying it. And that's kind of the most significant change for the single collective, for the collective of singles that watches this. Pile number one is like, this changes within you. But with the Queen of Pentacles, it indicates to me that there's a big change, number one, in your body image. So like, you might, with the Chariot here and the Queen of Pentacles, lose a lot of weight over the next 3 to 6 months. You might change your diet, you might change your outfit, you might cut your hair, you might get some more tattoos or some tattoos, whatever. There's just this energy of like really being driven and determined to generate, with that Queen of Pentacles, like a more nurturing self, a more sense of self. You know, the Queen of Pentacles also talks about materialism. So that's where I'm really feeling the whole changing your appearance. But I also feel like you're changing your approach to dating with the Queen of Pentacles. And I think rather than, maybe pushing yourself forward in like a, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups energy, I feel like you're pushing yourself forward in a Queen of Pentacles energy. Like, you know what you deserve, you're grounded in your sense of self, and you know what you don't want, and you're kind of standard. Therefore, you're determined, to just live your life the best way that you feel is possible and to live in the moment, while simultaneously knowing that your standards are there for a reason, and like kind of taking this focus off of romantic love and putting it really on, with that Queen of Pentacles, on like your own life, your own appearance, the things you have, your wealth, your house, that sort of stuff, and also your friendships and like maternal energy of being like maternalistic. As far as like your friends and your community and stuff like that, I do feel like your energy is going to kind of shift towards the end of the 3 months, where it's like you're going to go on dates, you're going to meet some people, and you'll definitely, like I said, you'll be able to sleep with some people, or like if that's what you're looking for, like that energy will be present, and there will be some advancements as far as like love. But right now you are really going through a period of like redetermining your own boundaries, redetermining what it is you actually want out of love. And and with that Justice, Three of Pentacles in reverse, meeting people where they're meeting you, meeting loves where they meet you, meeting the universe where it meets you. And I think, like I said, kind of overall, to kind of conclude with the Seven of Cups and the Six of Swords, you're moving on from certain illusions, certain things that are not actually what they appear to be. And so that can also be in your type, that can be in the people around you. So things are shifting and changing, and I do feel like you'll meet a love sometime in 2023, but I think at the beginning of 2023, you're really going to spend most of the time cutting out old habits and creating new boundaries as far as your romantic love. Okay, let's get a couple oracle cards, and then I will let you go, pile number one. I'm just going to shuffle in some more. And I'll get the top two. Well, I'm just going to take it. Ooh, boundaries. Boundaries. Let me shuffle. And I'll take this one. Ooh, magic movement and energy. So the no, what have I been saying? Boundaries. Boundaries, self-care, and strength. Now is the time to give importance to your needs. It is not selfish, but necessary to live a balanced life. Say no, take time to yourself, and above all, do not feel shame for this. If anyone would shame you, then they are not for your good. And then the next thing you can expect, and like I do feel like there is a lot of movement here. And this is like this is generating like a new love for you in a more successful love or like a soulmate connection. But right now you are in a period of really analyzing those boundaries before then. So this says magic, movement, and energy. Your body is a wondrous thing filled with love and light just for you. Allow yourself to move in tune with your body today without judgment. Let your consciousness fully embody your being and feel the goodness that you hold. So pile number one, that is it for you. I hope that this gave you some positivity maybe, or some hope. I don't know if it did, because I didn't say there was someone coming for you, but I hope it gave you clarity if you've been feeling really lost and really in love. You know, I hope it kind of gave you a sense of relief. Pile number one, thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile number two. How are you? This is for everyone that chose the pendulum of, what is it called? Carnelian, I believe it is. Come on, focus in, my baby. It doesn't want to focus for me right now. You're so annoying. There we go. I shouldn't have talked to it like that though. But yes, this is what it looks like. Okay. Anyway, hello, pile number two. I hope you're doing well. Let's get into it. Let's see what's coming for you guys in the next 3 months. Jesus. This is a new deck. The cards are a little bit slippery, so it is a little bit hard to shuffle. And it does kind of drive me crazy sometimes when you get new decks. And it's like they're really sticky or they're really slippery. And I'm like, come on, break in. But I've used it several times, so I do like it. But yeah, pile number two, Spirit. This collective, pile number two. This pile number two, single life. What is changing, gonna be happening? What are their love predictions for the next 3 months? Predictions and love, Spirit, for the next 3 months. Sometimes, you know, I repeat the question. Sometimes I really say it in my head. Today is a day that I'm out loud. Okay. Let's split the deck. I feel like I will regret this because of how slippery it is. There we go. Ooh, a new beginning. The Fool card. Sorry, my dog's playing with a bone in the background. 6 of Swords. Oh, whoo-hoo, Knight of Wands, the Hermit. Okay. And more, Spirit, the Chariots. 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Oops. Sorry. Let me organize these cards really fast. And then I will get the rest. Okay. The Hermit. The Tower card came out as well. I feel like it needs to go there. And then I feel like the Six of Swords needs to go here. Okay. Five of Cups definitely goes there. That goes there, they said. I need 3 more. Oh, I have one. Ooh, 3 of Pentacles with the Fool. 2 more cards. Spirits. Wait, was that a... No. That one was flipped over. 1 and 1 is now flipped over. Queen of Wands. Okay, yay, it's okay. Okay. So, this is a really interesting reading for singles. Interesting. So we start off with this Tower, this Knight of Wands. I feel like you're going to meet someone over the next 3 months. Now, I don't know if that's going to create a relationship per se. I think towards the end of the 3 months, you're still at the early stages, because it gives me this impression overall, like with the Fool and the 3 of Pentacles, you guys decide to like have a leap of faith or start something, work together in some way. Maybe you meet them at work, you start a new job, you meet them, you go somewhere new. It doesn't feel like though the Fool and the 3 of Pentacles is about grounding a relationship. It feels like this person comes as a result of a new experience, of a new job, of a new situation or place. And now it feels like with the Chariot and the Page of Wands, there is this hesitancy to pursue them, this hesitancy to really show them you're interested, but there is this really big spark of interest, this really big spark of curiosity, and this attraction that's looming. With the Hermit and the Queen of Wands, I think that we kind of end the 3 months, my single ladies in pile number 2, with you feeling really powerful and confident, but in some way really attracted to them, and like it's a hidden secret. It feels like maybe you don't tell them for a while that you have feelings. There is this hesitancy. There is also this feeling when I was shuffling that you have been single for quite some time. And due to you having been single for quite some time, I think there's this hesitancy to know what to do, how to do it, if you're doing it correctly, or if what happened in the past will happen in the future. I think there's this fear, obviously, of rejection as well. When we start off in the spread, we start with the Tower and the Knight of Wands, and this is giving me an impression that this is coming, number one, out of nowhere. This is going to kind of come in and hit you and make you feel a certain way, whether you like to or not. But with the Six of Cups and the Five of Cups in reverse, it gives me also the impression that it comes when you are healing from something else. So that's where I also then, when we get into the Fool and 3 of Pentacles, that's where I feel like this is someone you meet unexpectedly in a new place or in a new job, in a new home, whatever it may be. It feels like that Six of Swords, Five of Cups in reverse, you're moving on and healing. You're moving on from something and changing your environment, changing what you're doing, or like maybe even just your perspective. But with the Five of Cups in reverse, we're healing that. Although we're moving on, we're still healing from this loss. We're still processing this loss. Now, the thing is as well, when we get into the Fool and 3 of Pentacles, I get this feeling as well that although it's a leap of faith, it's a new beginning, there is this energy of being kind of naive. With the 3 of Pentacles, I get this feeling, I really think that you may be traveling or moving or something, but I get this feeling with that 3 of Pentacles that, or it's a job, that you're building some sort of like project. You're building like a foundation, you're building the start of something, but it feels like a project that was in the making. And so it feels like for this group of singles, you guys are like in the like you're not thinking of someone when you meet this person. You're in the process of moving, you're in the process of starting a new job, you're in the process of building something new, of building this new foundation, and you're working together with multiple things. You know, and there's like multiple factors I just get when I feel this, like with the Fool as well, there's like this leap of faith, but there's also this blind leap of faith. And with the 3 of Pentacles, I get this impression that there's going to be all these other things you're working on, all these other things you're trying to do. And that's when you meet this person, or like simultaneously you meet this person. And it just feels like with the Chariot, the Page of Wands, you're in this energy of feeling really driven, really going forward in your life, and you have a lot of curiosity, you have a lot of energy just running through your bloods, a lot of adventures you want to take. But then with the Hermit and the Queen of Wands, I also get this feeling of like, I'm confident and I know what I want, but at the same time, I'm not going to let anyone know what I'm doing. And so it gives me this impression that like this person actually ends up someone you might fall really deeply in love with or have really strong feelings for. And I think that if you've been single for quite some time, you haven't felt those feelings or that attraction for someone in quite some time. And I think it's going to feel really, really good to feel those feelings, to feel like, yeah, to just feel those feelings overall, to feel like something in you has evoked this passion, these feelings. There is a lot of energy of Wands cards here, or there are a lot of Wands cards. So there's also going to be a lot of sexual attraction. But with the Tower and the Knight of Wands, this is definitely something that does come in kind of unexpected, but it does come in some way as the result of some sort of loss. We got the Five of Cups in the Tower there, so I don't want to avoid that. I think there is this feeling of like you've moved on from someone, from something, from a job. Again, you moved across the globe, something like this, and unexpectedly, as the result of losing something, you've kind of gained something new. And part of this new thing is this connection that comes in that kind of knocks you off your feet. There's this feeling of like this person coming in and they're kind of helping you through things. And so it feels like, okay, let's say you've moved countries. They kind of help you with like, hey, you need a bank account? I can help you go get one. It's like you guys work together, and it starts off very much just like an attraction, a flirt, ha ha ha, you know, no one's thinking really anything of it. You're very determined to create this new life or be on this new adventure, this new path. You're not expecting to just fall in love with someone. And that's when I feel like then with that Queen of Wands and the Hermit, these really strong attraction, feeling, and passion sort of feelings come out, and they start to kind of loom deep inside you. And that's sort of kind of towards the end of the 3 months. I feel like you're kind of in the process of moving or in the process of switching jobs, in the process of this transition and change. As a result of like this transition and change, that's when this energy comes in, this connection comes in, and that's when it kind of knocks you off your feet. And I think there's this feeling of like, I just started this transition, I just started this change, I don't think I can go through this right now. I don't think I'm ready for this, or like I'm still healing from this old person. And so it does feel like on one hand, you're very excited for this connection, but on another hand, there is a lot of fear that this connection will bring up. There is also this feeling of like, not being sure, of like being really afraid to be vulnerable and just take a leap of faith and let things, or not let things, but kind of initiate things. But again, the Hermit and the Queen of Wands, I will warn you right now, the Queen of Wands she's persistent, okay? And when it's there, although the Hermit is there wanting to kind of keep it inside, she's persistent. That fire is persistent. So if you meet this person and this, you know, happens, really allow yourself to acknowledge those feelings. Don't just keep those feelings suppressed. It doesn't mean you have to go tell the person right away, but acknowledge the attraction you have, the feelings you have, and begin to process them so that you're not just acting on impulse. And I think that that's kind of a big message here as well for you, is that things are shifting and changing in your life overall, which is evoking a shift and a change in, now the dog's itching, which is evoking a shift and change in your romantic life and in your heart chakra as well. And the thing is that you're really focused right now on yourself and loving yourself and creating this new beginning for yourself. And I think love is something where you're like, yeah, that'll be fun, that'll be cute, but it's not something that's a priority. And as a result of that, I do think that when this comes in, there is this fear that I can't make this a priority right now either. But let it kind of flow. Let's get some oracle cards for you. Before I let you go, pile number 3. The train has come. Okay, let's get 2 oracle cards. I feel like the sun has really set during this reading, and it was way brighter when I started filming. Okay, let's see here. card, Spirit. The future, the next 3 months. Load predictions for the next 3 months for this pile number 2, Spirit. Any advice? What do you want to say in these oracle cards? The last 2 messages, Spirit. Go lay down. If there's anyone out there that has a German Shepherd, y'all know how they be following you everywhere. You make eye contact and all of a sudden they're next to you. Well, this one came out for pile number 1 too, the dance. So maybe pile number 1 has some messages for you as well. The dance, magic, movement, and energy. Your body is a wondrous thing filled with love and light just for you. Allow yourself to move with the tune of your body today without judgment. Let your consciousness fully embody your being and feel the goodness that you hold. Sorry, I couldn't see with the light very well. And then the second one here is the inner child. This is what it looks like. I'm going to drop this and read this here because it's easier for me to read this down here. So it says, but you can pause that if you want to and read and look at the imagery because there might be symbols in the imagery here for you. It says our inner child is comprised of the many different aspects of our childhood. At different times in our adult life, our inner child will need to hear their voices or need their voice to be heard. Practice listening to your inner child, speaking to them with love and kindness. So pile number 2, I'm going to leave you there. I hope this gave you, I don't know, some relief, something to look forward to. Let me know in the comments if this comes true. Bye.